You are a B2B AI agency owner, at least this is who I intend to talk to, so welcome. And if you're not, welcome regardless. We have 7 psychological points that I want to go over based on a recent call that I had with a gentleman where we talked about the following topics. First of all, specialization and focus. It gives you a psychological sense of relief. Don't we all want that? A psychological sense of relief of I have gotten there, I am here, I have arrived, I have found my positioning. Even if it's not fully clear yet and you will maneuver through the fog later on. But it gives you a sense of psychological relief once you specialize and focus and commit. It is only scary before you do that. Once you've done it and you've actually been working with this one specialization for a few weeks or months, you will find a great sense of relief based on that. On the other hand, you're always in potential overwhelm, in overthinking, in mind patterns, when you are afraid to say no to opportunities. And so I was sharing with him as well that over the last weeks I've had other opportunities, PR opportunities, helping startups raise capital. So I was getting introduced to startups who are looking to raise capital, and I happen to have some VCs, fund managers, family offices in my network, but I said no to that because some people do that full time and for years, and they have failed in the first years. And so I'm not being that arrogant that I think it's just easy just because some kind of pitch deck comes across my desk and I happen to have some family office contacts. I'm saying no to that, and I'm saying yes to $97 per month coaching clients in order to dial in my processes and build the systems while having some leeway for error, where I'm like not charging $2,000 per month, but I'm charging 97, so that the clients who work with me were like, okay, well, that kind of error I can let him get away with, right? Because I'm still figuring the processes out and I'm still dialing it in, although I know exactly what I'm doing. But in terms of processes, it happens through repetition. And so I was saying no to these 8% commission deals on raising whatever, a $1.5 million round. And yes, you can count up the money, how much that would be. But it's too much. One thing, and being patient, because this is what I've been doing for the last 10 years. Coaching, inner work, healing work, right? Consolidation, clarification, that's what I know. Capital raising, I mean, I happen to have the contacts now that I've built over the last year, but I have zero experience in that, so I will not attempt that even. And so I'm asking you as well, what are the great opportunities that you think are so lucrative, but you don't see how much effort it really takes? Unless you've done it before, you can rest assured that this is going to be hard and challenging and not as easy as you think. Trust as the critical factor. Trust is the fundamental challenge in AI adoption. That's what we've been speaking about. That's why I personally have clarified my approach when I advise B2B AI agency owners on 2 things. First of all is an in-person client acquisition system. I will not talk to people anymore about cold outreach as a strategy. It is going to be in person. That is what I stand for. And it is going to be through the warm network, through the people that they already know. That's exactly what I'm going to advise people on. That and nothing else outside of that. Because as we said, there's data security, there's personal trust, technological trust, transparency and accountability. So once we have the trust towards you as a person, then you have the curiosity on your side. With AI, you always do. People are curious about what this solution can do for their business. Okay, so on the next point, we were, as I said, balancing curiosity with trust. We were leveraging the natural curiosity about AI as an advantage because it's new. How many businesses get called every day and offered social media services, accounting services, legal, whatever it might be, as MMA, like social media marketing as an agency service, right? AI is new and the curiosity is there, but with the curiosity comes the lack of trust about data, about client information, about data breaches, and all of that. And so we want to find a way to bridge the need for trust with the curiosity that it can evoke. Building personal strength. Building on personal strength. Exactly. Yes. So let's find what we are naturally strong at. Let's have long-term accountability and client support so that we generate leads more and more through the network that we already have and through our warm network. And lastly, strategic positioning in the industry. We can be a supportive advisor, an expert consultant, etc. What's important is that we choose one industry that we serve, because what also has emerged from the call is that particular person was in Germany that I was talking to, and there are certain data policies and laws around that, and I told him that's exactly why I tell people or suggest to people and help people with choosing one industry and one industry only, so that they have the mental capacity and the mental space to focus on all the other additional things as well, like data policy and data security, etc.